What's up, everybody? I just read another book in the Nightmare Room series. This is number four. This is Liar Liar. The story starts off with Ross Arthur. He is this really bad compulsive liar. Um, his parents are filthy rich. His dad is this movie director guy that works for this place called Mango Studios. And Ross has a very bad habit of lying about the least little things just to get him out of doing what he doesn't want to. Like getting out of hanging out with friends. He'll lie about having a dog, about his tennis lessons, even though that they know like he doesn't have a dog, when his tennis lessons are, and stuff like that. I'll admit, like the first half of this book was really actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It wasn't scary or anything like that. It gets there, actually, to me. So yeah, he's very bad at lying, or very good at lying. He's actually wants to be like an aspiring actor, like his dad, like to work in one of his movies or whatever. Um, Him and his dad end up going to this guy's house to strike a deal for this movie he's wanting to make or something. And he tells Ross not to get into anything because this guy's very peculiar about certain things that he has in his house and all this stuff. Ross, of course, explores this guy's room, and he pulls out this Academy Award statue thing, and he ends up dropping it and breaking it. He hides it under the couch. They get home, and the dad says, everything went good with this guy until he gets a phone call. The phone call states that this kid, Ross, broke the statue, and the guy found it, and he grounds Ross from doing anything, going anywhere. And that sucks for Ross because he's actually planning on going to this party, even though he invited two girls at the same time to like be his date or whatever. And I guess he kind of forgot, which is again really funny. He gets to this party, and him and this girl are trying to kind of keep away from each other, and it's very much like a sitcom kind of thing. They even pointed out in the book. But anyway, the two girls find out, and they throw him in the pool, and he sees another kid under the pool, under the water, and he thinks he's drowning or whatever, and there's this kid under there that looks exactly like him. He freaks out, gets out of the water, um, you know, thought that he almost drowned. He gets out, he goes and tells his friends, hey, there's another kid under there. Of course, nobody believes him. He ends up leaving and running into his brother, or his twin again, and different things start happening. Like, for example, he falls on some grass, and the grass like basically like turns really brown, like dies around him. Different things like that. He goes, and his mom tells him that they're having Brussels sprouts for dinner, like his favorite food, even though he doesn't like Brussels sprouts. Different things like this. There's a scene where this dog jumps on him, and he tries to like push him off of him, and the dog literally like melts, like his face and skull. There's a scene where he thinks that he sees his twin. He runs up there to him and touches him, and his arm like literally like just falls apart, and his face turns into a gross skull. There's actually some really good gore in this book that I think is kind of underrated. I was very intrigued with this book all the way up until the reveal of what was going on. The reveal was like explained, but it was barely explained. Like it was just very weak. I didn't love it. And then we get this weird twist that made sense, but it's a typical twist that I do not like in any of these kind of books. I absolutely despise them. But for this book, I was like, okay, that makes sense because nothing else is making any sense. But then we get a twist at the end that ruins that twist. I know this is very vague. I'm going to keep it brief. I didn't want to like spoil this book because I recommend this book. I don't think it's amazing, but I do think that some of the gore and scary stuff in this book is actually pretty intense. I absolutely loved certain scenes in this book, and some of it was actually pretty funny. Again, it's not one of my favorite books in the series, but I don't think it's quite as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. Maybe that's a hot take. I'm not sure. But yeah, I give this a 3 out of 5 stars. I think it's kind of a lower 3 out of 5 stars because I don't think it's absolutely amazing. But the towards the twist and all that is really, really good. Like, I had a lot of fun with this book. I do want to point out, too, the writing in this was phenomenal. R.L. Stine, like, he's so good at writing, like, summertime books, like when you're, like, riding in a car and the sun's beaming down on you and the wind is very humid and stuff like that. I felt like I was there. I love that. The writing was phenomenal. It was great. The twist made sense. If you would have just stuck with that, I would have been fine with it. I would have still probably not loved the book because it was a typical ending that happens in a lot of certain type of books. I'm not going to say. But yeah, the main ending of this book just ruined that to me. It made no sense, like, at all. Again, I wish we could have got a little bit better of an explanation, but there are some intriguing moments in this book that was really, really fun. Yeah, I give Liar Liar 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, please let me know in the comments below if you've read this book. Did you love it? You know, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to tell me that they hated this book and I was wrong, and that's fine. That's what my comment section is for. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars from you guys. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about Liar Liar. Yeah, I was pretty intrigued with this. I don't think it was the worst thing in the world, but again, I am still kind of torn on this, so who knows? Tomorrow I might wake up and I might hate this book. I don't think so, but it's I don't know. It's one of those that I saw on a Goodreads post that Spongy Simply put on his review. He just put "what," and that made me really intrigued to read this book. And I can see why. I can see what is probably the perfect review for this book because it's what. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars from you guys. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. Yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.